What's going on, everybody? This is not a review, this is not Raw, this is not a pay-per-view, etc, etc, etc. This is something else entirely. Now, most of you know, other than my interactions with one or two people, I don't go stirring around too much shit here in the YWC. I don't like to fight, I don't like drama other than if I'm just, you know, watching it and laughing, but there is an avalanche of bullshit here in the YWC, isn't there? There's so much stuff happening right now, and a lot of stuff is like, you hear somebody say something and it's like, oh my god, they're right off their rocker, oh my god, how could they think that, they're nuts, you know, whatever, whatever, whatever. There comes to a point where there has to be a backlash to the bullshit. And until this point, it's been the entire wall of bullshit versus two guys. It's been the entire wall of bullshit versus Pacifist 299 and Wrestling Jesus. That's a hell of a handicap match, isn't it? So here is what I'm doing with this video. If this is a handicap match, I'm crawling up on the apron, I'm putting my hand in, and I'm saying, guys, tag me in. Because there's so much bullshit right now in the stuff has to be said. All I've done in this video is pull out a few quotes, a few thoughts that I've heard floating around in the past little while that have to be said. Now, there is a difference, there is some diversity. Some of these thoughts are from guys that I legitimately have respect for, and other guys like Preston that I wouldn't piss on if they were on fire. Now, where to start? I don't have my clipboard, so, you know, this flimsy ass shit is going to have to do. First one, I don't know the guy's name. I was talking to my buddy Fozzitude on Facebook. Incidentally, Fozzitude, great guy. I don't always agree with him on all the stuff that he says, but go check out Fozzitude on YouTube. Good guy in general, for sure. Talking to him on Facebook about my opinions about John Cena. Just so you guys know, this isn't an entirely anti-Cena vid, but there's a lot of John Cena issue-related stuff. So get your fingers warmed up, all you WWE sheep, and get ready to dislike and flag and unsub and unfriend me and report me and all that other bullshit. Call me a bully, call me whatever the hell you want to call me, but it is what it is. And the guy said to me, you can't shit-talk Cena, he is single-handedly carrying the company. Now, WWE would sure love us to believe that John Cena is the one carrying the company, but no, I'm pretty sure it's the ones that can actually wrestle, the ones that are currently in title pictures, like a CM Punk, like a Cody Rhodes, like an Alberto Del Rio, Miz, etc. The ones that can actually wrestle are the ones that have us tuning into a wrestling show. Furthermore, whether they had talent or not, every era had somebody that thought they were bigger than the best. You had Hogan's, you had Rock's, you had Shawn Michaels's, you have Cena now. People get fired, and Vince McMahon has said it himself, you know, when he's spoken about John Cena. I've fired people bigger than him, and I'm still standing. And it's true. So, if we could do without him, even though WWE thinks they can't, it would be awesome. They've taken Cena out of the title picture for a good 2 months now, and nobody's really crying about it, are they? Other than the fact that it's still the John Cena belt. But if you, like, I would love to run a social experiment. Injure Cena, not for real, I don't want to hurt the guy, obviously, but, you know, put it into the storyline that he gets attacked again by Kane, which was awesome, by the way. Have him attacked by Kane again in a more vicious fashion so that he's out for 2 or 3 months, and you watch, I guarantee your ratings will go up, not down, if you get rid of that punk for a little while. I'm not saying fire him, I'm not saying being all vindictive and saying, oh, the guy shouldn't have a job, he should be on the street, he's a bum, da-da-da-da. He has a spot, put him in the mid-card, or, you know, something, but let the ones, for once, let the people that can actually wrestle. You've had CM Punk versus Alberto Del Rio. You've got the triple threat match coming up tomorrow or Sunday. You've got Miz waiting in the wings. You've got, you know, guys like Ziggler, Cody Rhodes, those type of guys. Let them have a shot and watch. I guarantee your ratings will go up, and I guarantee those guys as a group, as a whole, will be the ones carrying your company, not the poster boy. Next, Preston. Buddy. Everybody knows Preston is my buddy. You know, we have a little spat here and there. Preston's my buddy, you know. But Preston, like, you had a hell of a rant against Wrestling Jesus, and I listened to it, and it made me laugh because you, sir, are an idiot. Plain and simple. If you like the Attitude Era, you are a masochist. Really. Now, there's only two real points that he could be making here with that very generic sweeping statement. He's either talking about people getting chair shots to the head, which is, you know, not allowed anymore, or the fact that there's no blood anymore. Now, let's think about this for a second. If you're in a fight, and that's what wrestling is, it's a fight. You are trying to hurt the person across the ring from you. And if you get your hands on a weapon, you're not, in reality, going to say, "Excuse me, can you please turn around so I can hit you in the back?" No, that doesn't make any sense. And conversely, if you're hitting somebody in the head with a chair or a kendo stick or whatever, or you put somebody's head into a cage, into a ladder or whatever, and don't bleed, that doesn't make sense. I'm not saying, you know, he says, "Oh, it's going to be like TNA, there's going to be blade jobs every week." No, that's not what we're asking for. We're asking for, you know, blood when it's appropriate. You know, people with bruises, people with bandages when it's appropriate, after a big match. You know, after TLC, after Money in the Bank, you're going to see somebody bandaged up. You're going to maybe see somebody with a black eye. The lack of reality being put in by that is it can't be measured, really, can it? And if you think you can keep with reality, or keep with, you know, logic even, with having all the matches still, having all the incidences still, but none of the indicators afterwards, you are fucking nuts. dalyxman. I don't hate dalyxman, please understand that. But Cena is vital because his reaction is huge regardless of what it is. Cena gets cheered, Cena gets booed, Cena is the most controversial person in the WWE. Now, if Cena was getting booed because he was a heel, that would be a good thing. Cena's getting booed because the majority of us whose testicles have dropped don't give a shit, and we're pissed off that he's taking off all of our television time. Now, anybody that gets a reaction, no matter what it is, should be commended for what they're doing. So what you're basically saying is, like, Vince McMahon, John Laurinaitis, Michael Cole, Paul Bearer, Paul Heyman should all be multiple-time world champions. That doesn't make any sense. Just because people are getting booed doesn't mean they're getting the right boos. Conversely, here's your example. Shawn Michaels, awesome wrestler. Awesome wrestler, probably one of the best of all time. Even when he was a heel, was getting cheered because he was that good. Conversely, John Cena's a face, and he's still getting booed because he sucks that much. All I'm going to say about that. Okay, back to Preston. If you love the women from the Attitude Era, you're probably just a perv looking for tits and ass. No, if we like the women from the Attitude Era, we're liking women that can actually wrestle. Wrestlers over here, divas over here. Now, there was better wrestling. Not everything was tits. Yes, of course, there were some tits and ass moments in the Attitude Era. Sable coming out with the painted on bikini, etc., etc., etc. And you know what? I'm not gonna lie. That was kind of fun. But there was also better wrestling. Lita versus Trish Stratus. I keep going back to this because it has to be said. Lita versus Trish Stratus rightfully main evented Monday Night Raw. Tell me that you're pretty little Kelly Kelly deserves to main event Monday Night Raw. You can't. Incidentally, I found out the other day, legitimately, you can go look it up, Kelly Kelly's real name is Barbie Blank. Tell me that's not appropriate. But you get somebody like Lita, who not only main evented Monday Night Raw with Trish Stratus, deservingly, and won the Women's Wrestling Championship, no, also played her part at WrestleMania in TLC 2 and in the hardcore match between Edge and Mick Foley. Now, tell me that a woman that takes a spear off a ladder from Rhino and eats a barbed wire wrapped mandible claw from Mick Foley isn't putting themselves in more danger, isn't putting more of themselves on the line than your precious Kelly Kelly, who this entire year has taken one superplex. Come on. I'm begging you to respond to me. I know you won't. I know you're flagging me. I know you're blocking me. Whatever. I really, really don't care. Okay. I'm not going to even assign a name to this because this is something that every single idiot in the YWC has said at one point or another. Cena's a great person. He puts people over. Look what he's done for Ryder. Now, I did this in my Raw review. I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to speak slowly for those of you that don't get it. Cena squashed Ryder in a match. Hard. Ryder carried the whole match, and basically Cena told him, "Fuck you," at the end. Cena tried to play hero, tried to beg for another shot for Zack Ryder, so that if Zack Ryder did get another shot, it could all be attributed to him. Ryder got his second shot at Mark Henry, fighting a one-legged man, and John Cena still came in to help him get the victory, implying that Zack Ryder can't get a title match for himself and can't by himself beat a one-legged man. And if the dirt sheets are correct, John Cena, because he doesn't have a match at TLC and he can't go an entire pay-per-view without being seen, it might be the referee between Zack Ryder and Dolph Ziggler at TLC. So something's going to happen. If that is the case, I don't have it, confirmed or whatever, but if that is the case, he's going to hand the belt to Zack Ryder, making Zack Ryder's first title reign absolutely worthless when it should be awesome. So please, I'm begging you, tell me what John Cena has done for Zack Ryder. Next. Preston, you're not a real wrestling fan if you stop watching wrestling because of John Cena. No, if you're a wrestling fan, you stop watching John Cena because John Cena's not a good wrestler, first of all. Second of all, you sit there in almost every video sucking Rey Mysterio's dick, talking about how he's one of the reasons that you watch wrestling. So if you can attribute your watching wrestling to one specific superstar, why can't other people, I'm not included in this obviously because I still watch wrestling, but the people that have stopped watching wrestling because of John Cena, that's their choice. And if they want to express themselves, who the fuck are you to tell them not to? All I'm going to say about that. Losing my place. We shouldn't expect, this is from Preston as well, we shouldn't, and we're back. That was my camera deciding to be super special, but hopefully this is going to carry on. Maybe Preston from YouTube land is trying to shut down my video from telling the truth. Oh yes, because we have another comment from Preston that says we should not expect 5-star matches from the WWE. The WWE hasn't been about wrestling in a long time, and the wrestlers that we are watching shouldn't have to kill themselves to entertain us. Now, oh, so much to say about this. We shouldn't expect 5-star matches from the WWE. Yeah, we should. Yeah, because we are giving them our hard-earned money. We should be getting the show that we pay for, first of all. Second of all, WWE hasn't been about wrestling in a long time. That might be true. They are not wrestling. They are entertainment. And But the opinion held by most people, like I say, whose testicles have actually dropped and actually know what the fuck they're talking about, if you, no matter what you call it, KFC is still Kentucky Fried Chicken. WWE, that second W does stand for something. If I tune into Monday Night Raw or SmackDown or, watch Superstars or get a pay-per-view, whatever WWE wants to call it, I'm tuning in for a wrestling show. It's not that hard a concept to grasp. Now, we don't want them trying to kill themselves for our entertainment. It wouldn't be a factor if you had people like back in the day, like Mick Foley, who were willing to take risks, who were willing to respect the fans enough that they did put themselves on the line and did want to give everything they possibly could to the fans that have spent their hard-earned money, etc., etc., etc. Pay-per-views now are running, $35, $45, $55 for WrestleMania dollars a show. We're not paying $30, $40, $55 to watch a soap opera and watch everybody hug each other and say, we're all winners. We're tuning in to watch people kick the shit out of each other. Not only that, my God, are you a hypocrite? How many videos now have you said, oh, when is Rey Mysterio going to come back? Rey Mysterio is going to come back and fix everything. Rey Mysterio is going to be the second savior of the WWE. The guy's out with an injury. If you want him to come back so soon, so early, not, when he's ready or whatever, who really is asking people to kill themselves for themselves? That would be you. Next. Oh, this one doesn't go to any one person. This is for every single Cena mark that's out there. We should appreciate Cena because Cena is good for the children. I'm not a child. Pretty sure WJ is not a child. Pretty sure Marcus isn't a child, etc., etc., etc. But if this was a priority for me, if I had a kid, oh, I know, that would be a scary thought, Spaz. Stupid cunt-ery that is going to come out of that statement is for sure. But if I had a kid, I would not in my lifetime want them watching somebody who basically proves you don't have to have any talent at all. All you have to do is sell your soul, do what you're told, and be a good little Muppet puppet, and you will be one of the most famous wrestlers in history. That is not a good message for kids. Moving on. Dalyxman. has said what a lot of people have said, that John Cena doesn't need to turn heel, he just needs to be real. Now, if Cena decides that he's going to be real about all the booze and about all the bullshit, whatever, he's only got, to be real, he's only got one or two things that he can do. He can either turn into an emo little fuck, which he already is, or he can snap on somebody and take his frustration out on them, which will make him a heel. There aren't very many other options. Keep sucking the crowd's dick, become an emo fuck, or turn heel. There aren't very many other options. It's not like you're gonna bring in Jerry Springer and try to sort everything out. It's not a fucking soap opera. Moving on. Fozzitude, like I said, not gonna shit on Fozzitude in the slightest, but he did a video a little while ago saying how can we all like promote The Rock so much and hate Cena so much when they're so similar. Quite simply, there is a reason The Rock and John Cena are so similar. The Rock is being The Rock. John Cena is trying to be The Rock. Oh yes, it's true. But he fails. Rock, better on the mic, better in the ring for sure by miles. You know, granted, they've both gone out and done the acting thing. Difference being The Rock can actually get roles outside of WWE films. Yeah. And the difference being that, you know, The Rock's actually good. And the difference being that The Rock actually has charisma. Now, everybody's going to say, oh, well, John Cena has charisma. What are you talking about? No. Now, I have the most direct comparison you can ever make. The Rock, This Is Your Life with Mick Foley got an 8 point something in the rating. One of the highest rating segments in the history of wrestling on television. Yeah. Same exact scenario. Mick Foley, This Is Your Life. Cena bombed like a motherfucker because Cena is an idiot. Moving on. dalyxman. Like I said, I love watching dalyxman's vids. The guy's really intellectual about a lot of stuff that he does, but he made an entire video, and the crux of the video was it's not a crime to be a John Cena fan. You know, why is it such a horrible thing to be a John Cena fan? Acting like all the John Cena fans in the world are victims. All I have to say about that is try being a Team Extreme fan. Try being a Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy, Lita fan. Then you can tell me about which friggin' fans get victimized. It's... Oh my lord. That's all I have to say. God help you if you're a Chris Benoit fan. But no, you know, the Cena fans are the victims for sure. Now, gonna end this. Preston, you are a fucking hypocrite. You do an entire video slamming the Attitude Era and then sign off by telling all your listeners to suck it. If that doesn't prove that you're a fucking hypocrite and you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, I don't know what will. Other than that, I'm good. I feel better. I hope you guys feel better. WJ, Pacifist, you guys keep doing what you're doing. I just thought I'd throw my hat in the ring. I've been Spaz. Subscribe up there, talk down there, start a conversation. Let me know what you think, and I will talk to all of you guys later. Well, the ones that don't unsub for me for having an opinion. Bye. Get up, come on.